What's going on YouTube? It's Ganimo. So, Mr. 10X himself, Grant Cardone, may not be right after all with his multifamily units. And we're going to tell you why in this video, as we're going to explain why single family properties might be a better investment for you regardless of your real estate experience. So, let's dive right into it.
So the debate rages on. Which is better, single family homes or multifamily homes and commercial properties? And if you watched Grant Cardone's IGTV, you might be very tempted to 10x your returns and buy into larger deals. However, the actual deals always rely on the particular property, its individual returns, along with the investor's personal preferences and their goals. So for the sake of this video, let me clarify what I consider a single family home. Well, a single family home is a standalone property that has its own individual wall and technically it's not attached to anything else. But I would like to include in that definition townhomes along with properties between 1 and 4 units.
So Mr. Cardone didn't take these into account while he was scribbling on his whiteboard yelling at you as to why single family properties are better than multifamily units. Multifamily units are valued based on their cap rate, which is a direct correlation to their rental income. Therefore, a high vacancy and no rent can drive down the value of the multifamily unit.
The price of single family properties is dependent upon the market which you're purchasing it in, along with the supply and demand of the buyers in the market. And that's great because even if you do have a vacant single family home, the price can still go up year after year.
Now ask a banker or an insurer, whom would they rather loan money to in a bad market? A nice residential property in a great area or a large commercial property? The answer is single family properties. And if you don't believe us, call any one of your 5 local lenders and ask them for yourself.
Now, single family properties are a lot more stable and they hold their value a lot better than multifamily properties, and they also bounce back a lot faster than multifamily properties. Gang can vouch for me here as a real estate agent that there's a lot more demand for single family homes as opposed to multifamily properties or commercial properties. Also, the vacancies tend to be a lot shorter because people always need shelter. That creates an abundance of deals when it comes to single family properties, as opposed to you trying to purchase a multifamily property or a commercial property, and you're dealing directly with a professional seller, a real estate investor, and their main goal is to actually make a profit, as opposed to the single family home owner who might be going through a job relocation, going through a divorce, or somebody passed away in their family, and they need to sell that home fast, and you purchasing that home at a deal might be the best solution for them.
Now we know you value your time, and time is money. So the upkeep and the maintenance associated with the single family property investment is a huge factor to consider. As a property manager myself, I can vouch for this. It is much easier to collect rent from one tenant as opposed to 50. And many of these tenants in decent single family homes are very self-sufficient. And when something breaks, they call you, or they actually could fix them themselves and take it out of the rent.
And it's much easier to deal with one appliance breaking as opposed to 10 appliances breaking. And it's much easier to call for a pest exterminator for 1 unit as opposed to 50 units. That is why it's easier and cheaper to deal with single family properties as opposed to multifamily properties.
Now the key principle to investing is diversification. And you always hear, don't put all your eggs in one basket in case you screw up, which happens to all the best. So let's play a game. For instance, how does this apply to single family homes versus multifamily homes? Well, say this is a single family home and this is my basket. 1 single family home, 2 single family homes, 3 single family homes, 4 single family homes, 5 single family homes. And I'm able to diversify my portfolio.
As opposed to this banana being a 10-unit multifamily property, and let's put it in this basket. Now, which one feels more diversified? This basket that I'm holding currently, or the basket that again filled with single family properties? Well, the answer is simple. It's the basket again filled with single family properties. You are able to use the same money for down payments that you use for that 10-unit multifamily properties, and you're able to purchase at least 10 to 15 single-family properties in different neighborhoods, and that will diversify your risk.
Now with owning a single-family home, the government is on your side. This is probably one of the most compelling reasons as to why you should be buying single-family properties. The federal government has long-term vested in subsidizing the housing market in order to provide more housing for more people. Now, it is very political that people are able to buy homes.
Now, there are plenty of different loan programs out there that would allow and help the first-time homeowner get into their first house.
It is easier to finance single-family homes rather than multifamily properties. Lenders are more likely to offer you lower interest rates, longer terms, and higher loan-to-value for investing in single-family homes.
Look, we want to 10x, 15x, 20x our lives and hop onto our private jet just like Grant Cardone does. And we do love our multifamily properties and those larger deals just as much as he does. But the one thing we want you to understand is that you can still find some great returns in single family homes. Look, this is a free market and everybody is able to find inefficiencies in those markets to find the best deals for them. Investing in single family properties is just one style of investing in real estate. Now some people buy into mobile homes, other people swear by commercial plazas. Look, there's not one right or wrong way of investing. Each one of them comes with their own pros and their own cons. We're just here to illustrate that single-family homes are still a great way to invest.
So the key takeaway to this video is that you should consider your investment choices thoughtfully. And let us know in the comments below, are you all about the 10x lifestyle, multifamily properties, or single-family homes and diversification? And as always, don't forget to gingerly tap that like button, and we'll see you next time.